Hello, this is RICKY, the Android Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly / Android Q&A, where we go over all the latest news that happened during the week and answer your questions live. Now, if you have a question you would like to ask, and you're watching us live, just ask it in the comment section down below, and we will get to it before the end of the show. However, if you're not watching us live, just email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com and make sure the subject is question, and hopefully I'll answer your question next week. However, before we get to that kind of stuff, I have promised something that I unfortunately just have not been able to deliver earlier on this week, and that is the winners of our Patreon giveaway. For those of you who don't know, in the description, we have a Patreon page here, and what we do is if you donate $1 or however much you want to donate, we use that in order to buy things for you guys to give away. So all people that donate are automatically entered into the giveaway, and we have 3 winners. Now this is pretty interesting because I have not let these winners know they won yet. I have not, so I'm going to let them know live here. If they're watching, please let me know in the comment section down below that you have won, and I will contact them after I do this video to, of course, get their mailing address so I can mail them their winnings. So without further ado, let's get to the winners. And that is the winners for last month's giveaway are 3 Gear VRs and 1 Gear Fit 2, and that is Megalina. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correct. Megalina, Leonard, sorry, Leonard, and Alex, and the last name is with BA. So just wanted to say that because there was a couple different ones. And the Gear Fit winner is Matthew with IZ. So again, that's the last name beginning there. So yeah, these are the winners for the giveaway. So if you are viewing us live or viewing us after, congratulations. Thank you guys for your support. Again, I will be asking you for your guys' mailing address so I can ship these off to you guys, and then you can have these giveaways. So we gave away 3 Gear VRs and 1 Gear Fit 2. Now we're going to give away another thing, obviously. So if you want to enter in our giveaway, we're giving away one last thing in this month. So at the end of this month, if you donate $1 at least to Patreon, we are giving away a Gear S2. I got one for the holidays, and I already have one, of course, so I decided let's give it to you guys, and that's what I'm doing exactly with it. So if you enter in the giveaway this month, we will give away a Gear S2. All right, now we got all that stuff out of the way. Now let's get to the topics for the week. Now, the topics for the week, starting off with images of the Galaxy S8. Now, we have seen images already. If you checked out our last video, and a lot of you did, that one got over 50,000 views in about 4 days. So thank you for that. And now we have some more images of it. Now, this comes courtesy of Sam Mobile. We got 3 images from them. And the first one is the best one. This is the best indication of how the Galaxy S8 will look like. You have 2 curved displays, curved on the back, so you have curves all around, just like the Note 7 did. With that, though, you have a different placement for the fingerprint reader, or sorry, not the fingerprint reader. For those of you who don't know, the fingerprint reader is actually going to be on the screen in this phone. That's going to be the big change. It's why you don't have a home button on this phone. There's no physical home button on this phone. We've gone over this past couple weeks, but just again, for those first-time viewers, there is no physical button on this phone because the fingerprint will actually be on the screen itself. So you're actually just going to scan your fingerprint on the screen. That's how this is going to work. It's going to be the first phone to do that, at least a popular phone. I'm not sure if there has been anyone before then. It will have a camera, of course, and it's going to have the heart rate sensor and the flash on the back as always. But this is the best look we've seen of the Galaxy S8. Now, we have gotten some other renders of it, and one big thing, because one of these renders has a headphone jack. That's right. So we've gotten some mixed things about this. A lot of people say there is no headphone jack, but some have said there is. So this is, again, another image. You kind of see that you have that same kind of style. But right there at the bottom, it's kind of hard to tell from the black on black, but it is a headphone jack. Now, some rumors again said there will be no headphone jack. Some said there will. So, as if these are true, there is a headphone jack. I'm very curious. What do you guys think? I want to know in the comment section down below. Do you want there to be a headphone jack? Quite frankly, I don't see what the big deal is to have it there. You know, I think you should just leave it. If you have the space for it, leave it there and it's perfect. But you have to remember the condensing of putting everything in the phone is what caused the Note 7 issues. Does the headphone jack take that much space? No. You don't have also a Note 7 pen in there to take up space. So we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Do you guys want a headphone jack? Yay or no? And of course, the last image is the one where we really get up close, and that is yes, having a headphone jack. You have a speaker grill, and headphone jack on here. Now, this is the least reliable one, although it does fit. I will say it does fit with one big thing that we have seen, and that is the power button, and everything is all moved to one side. So some people thought, oh, this might be the Bixby voice assistant. It could still be, but it's definitely the power button. There is a power button, and it's on all on one side. I don't particularly like this just because on my phones, I do like to go like this for my power button. So going like this isn't too big of a stretch, but I just feel like I'm going to get it confused with the volume rocker. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like your power button on one side and your volume rocker on the other side? I personally do. I know HTC and other competitors have kept them on the same side before. I just like them separate. That's at least for me. Alright, now some other big news is we have gotten word, and really this is just verifying what I've said since the beginning of last year. And that is that yes, we are scheduled to get the Galaxy X Project Valley, a foldable phone/tablet in this year or beginning of next year. Now here's the thing. At the beginning of last year, I had said that it was scheduled to be with the new Note 8 that we found out it would eventually be called the Note 8, right? It would launch the same time as the Note to compete and really kind of hit home with iPhone's X. You know, the iPhone X is coming out this year instead of the iPhone 7s or 8. And, you know, it's Apple's big 10-year anniversary phone, and they're going to bring it. So what Samsung is doing to combat that is coming up with a Galaxy X device. Now, that's really interesting thing, right? It's really kind of interesting thing to see that that's what they're going to bring, a foldable display. It's going to be a wow factor. And again, this announcement is before Apple's. So if they really wow us on this, fans are going to be like, what? That's it? That's it? Samsung gave us a foldable display, and you're giving us, you know, another, you know, whatever. No home button if they do that, or glass on glass or wireless charging. You know, it's like Samsung's coming up with all this kind of stuff, and that is where Samsung could really pull away. Especially because Apple is on a downslope, and they've sold the least amount of iPhones that they have in a while, so they're down year over year. Those numbers have not been published yet, but as of right now, it looks like Samsung will actually earn more revenue than even Apple. Even after the whole Note debacle, in Q4, it looks like Samsung will actually outpace Apple in revenue. Not in profit, but in revenue. So, that being said, we did have some more things come along this week, and one of the big ones that cannot be understated is the HTC U Ultra. By the way, this was the cup that I had last week, if you did watch last week's episode, and that's what was supposed to happen. When heat came in, it was supposed to display my picture. But that was an epic fail that happened last week, so if you saw that, now you know what was supposed to happen. Alright, so the HTC U Ultra. Beautiful looking phones. Beautiful looking. And this comes via Phone Arena, so definitely if you want to check out really in detail articles about it that are great. I met the guys over there when I actually was at CES. Great guys, a lot of fun. I wish we really talk more to them. But really, with CES, it's always very busy. So with this, though, they have some amazing they got the press release images all lined up here. And you have some amazing looking colors. And they really highlighted, besides the colors, there's only a few things that really stand out about this phone. And I'm curious, what you guys think. Do you guys want me to reach out to HTC to review these items or not? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you looking forward to these HTC phones? Will they really make an impact? Because this is what they have. So they have a second screen display up at the top, which again is where you should never put your second screen. You should put it at the bottom if you want a second screen. I've been telling that to LG for a little while with their V series. Just hasn't been as appreciated. So yeah. So that being said, they have a second display that is going to be powered, however, by their AI. So it's taking the information that Google's Assistant gets and doing a change and putting it that. So that's what it's doing. I'm really curious to see if it's going to be interesting. I do like the fact that, like, if I always swipe away a notification, then that notification will end up not being there anymore. Or at least that's the ideal that HTC promised. We'll see if it actually happens. The second thing is the companion is going to live on the second display, so that's the big thing. It's going to have, amazing sound quality headphones, but these headphones are, of course, Type-C now, so no more headphone jack on this phone. And other than that, that's the main things. I mean, with the Uplay, you have 16 megapixel cameras. On the HTC Ultra, you have a you have a 12 ultra pixel camera and a 16 front facing camera on both of these phones, but the rear camera on the Play is down to 16 megapixels instead of ultra pixels. Ultra pixels are just much bigger sensors, so you're going to get in a much better quality, especially in low light. So that is it. I don't know, guys. Especially, I love that color. That color is just beautiful. I'm a little underwhelmed, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I expected a little bit more. Maybe I'm just, I shouldn't expect like craziness, but I wanted something a little bit more from HTC, especially because I will say this, for the fact that this phone still has last year's processor, the Snapdragon 821, or sorry, 835. Oh god, I went back 2 years. The 835 instead of the current one. That is a bit of a letdown. So, I thought this one was going to have Snapdragon 821. 835 is the next one. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting the newer processor instead of the current gen processor. This is, the same processor that a lot of smartphones had high-end from last year, but I was expecting something better. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think about the HTC. If you guys want me to review it, I will reach out to HTC and review it. Now, this is a big one that caught my attention, and again, this is another article from Phone Arena, and really, this is a big one that I will say is impactful. Andy Rubin, for those of you who don't know, this is the creator and original owner of Android. He started the whole thing, and he is now going, and that's where we get the name Andy from. That little green Android, the one that mine it mimics, is called Andy, and it's named after him. That's why. So he is set to actually release a phone this year. His company is now releasing a phone this year, and he says it's going to rival Apple, Samsung, and Google. And although you might think like, oh, what are you going to do it, to rival those giants? This is the father of Android. You have to treat him with respect. You have to say, hey, he knows what he's doing. He's done it before. He created Android. Now, mind you, he did it all with a lot of help and different things like that, but it's really interesting. Now, the leak shows a Qualcomm processor on here, 1.99, which Phone Arena cites as possibly having the Snapdragon 835, as well as Android 7.0 on board with 4 gigs of RAM. So, good specs, good interesting thing, and yeah, I'm curious to see what this will bring in. I really like the idea about this, so very interested to see what's going to happen with it. And not to be outdone, we have like every phone maker here because we still have another one after this. And that is the LG G6. The LG G6 will have a super wide display that has been confirmed now. It will have an 18 by 9 instead of a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, which means we're getting a second display. So we will get the same second display that LG V series has been famous for. So we can expect to get that different kind of display on here. But yeah, it should be a bigger display instead of the standard display. And really interested to see just how it looks, how it goes. LG needs a win here, and I'm hoping they deliver something great. All right, and our last bit of news today comes from Pocket Lint, and that is Huawei is sending out invitations for the MWC announcement. MWC is at the end of February this year, and they are sending out possibly for the P10. The P9 was an amazing phone from last year, one of the best definitely, and this one is going to kick off on February 26th, so the end of next month. They will have this announcement, and we will see possibly one of the better dual lens phones out in the market. So definitely curious to see what this does and how it goes. But yeah, guys, again, the P9 was one of the best phones that we didn't get in the US last year. I'm hoping to get it this year. I am in talks with Huawei to start becoming a normal receiver of their review units. So hopefully we'll start getting that starting this year. Alright guys, now let's get to the questions that were emailed to me during the week. Again, if you ever have a question you want me to answer, just email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com and make sure the subject is question. Alright, now let's get to the 3 questions that we got sent to us this week. And the first one is from Coach Canada. And he's talking about the LG V20, and he doesn't understand why the phone has such a little RAM. So he went a little bit about a paragraph. Basically, why is it taking up so much? Why is the OS taking up so much RAM? He feels like he only has 3 out of the 4 gigs because of the RAM being taken up by the OS and bloatware. And so he's asking, can he do anything about this? Well, yeah. The first thing you can do is check out our videos on how to speed up devices. LG, unfortunately, we did not get the V20. We did get the G5, so check out our video on how to speed up the G5, the LG G5, and apply that to your V20. It should be about the same, and that will help speed up your phone. In that, you do learn that you can disable almost every piece of bloatware that comes with your phone, which stops it from running in the background and using up your RAM. Yes, it will take a bit of storage no matter what, but at least it won't run in the background, and it will save you on battery life as well because of that. So that's good. Now, what about 4 gigs of RAM or 6 gigs of RAM if you, as a consumer, can't use it? What good is it, right? And I understand that. Unfortunately, this is true with everything. No matter what, in terms of everything you get, you will always have less RAM than is advertised. It's always like that. With Windows, it's the same way. If I pull up my PC right now, some of the RAM is being used by my OS and just the regular apps that come with it. Same thing with a Mac, same thing with an iPhone. All these things take up RAM. You never truly get the amount of RAM that is advertised or the amount of storage that's advertised. The more the better if the OS can utilize it. Windows, for instance, can utilize, easily multiple gigs of RAM, and programs like Adobe and all those kind of things will test up to 8 gigs and 16 gigs of RAM depending on what you're doing and can utilize it. But Android and iPhones really can't utilize that much RAM yet. So until you have an app that can move faster by having more RAM or having more of a better processor, those are the things that need to be utilized, and that comes into coding. So it's a little bit more complicated, but that's why. All right, the next one is from Les, and they ask, I bought a G4, and they did a reset without the guy. He bought a G4. It was secondhand, it seems like, and so the guy didn't log out of his Google account, so he reset it. And what did he get? Of course, he got the screen like, "Hey, you're locked out. Enter in your Gmail code." First of all, I would ask the guy to give you his Gmail password personally. Yeah, I'm like, dude, you sold it to me. I don't care about your. Give me a temporary one. Change your Gmail to a temporary one. Let me enter this in, and then as soon as I'm out, I'll sign out, and then you can change it to whatever you want after that. I don't care. But that's what I would do in terms of that sale process. However, the only way to bypass it without mailing it back to him and then having him do it and all that kind of stuff is by using an app. A program rather for Windows or Mac. It's called Doctor Phone, spelled Phone. Search for it on our channel. We have done the review for it, so that has been done. So check it out, and it shows you how you can unlock the phone, like by doing that, and it will unlock and remove the password lock on the phone. All right, now the last question before we get to the comment section. Again, ask all your questions in the comment section down below, and I will get to them before the end of the show. How do you disable? Martin asks, how do you disable Flipboard on the Note 10.1? I can't seem to find it anywhere. I don't have a home screen option that works like the phones do, where you can swipe up instead. It's to the left. I can't find the option. Thanks. Well, Martin, unfortunately, there is none. Yes, unfortunately, there is no way to disable it without rooting it. Unlike other things, you can't disable that. At least for that version at the time when I used it, you could not do it. Now, since it has had updates, I do not have that phone anymore. But try this. Try to see in settings under applications if the Flipboard one can be disabled. If it can, then you have it. If you can't, then unfortunately there you have it. So yeah, hopefully that works, but that is all that you can do for it. Okay. All right, guys, let's get to the questions in the comments section down below, and we will get to them now. All right. Tech Tips asks, how was CES? CES was a lot of fun. I did post it on Twitter, and this might sound cheesy or whatever, but it is true. My favorite part of CES, like, I love seeing all the cool tech. Don't get me wrong, that was amazing. But I had 3 different viewers come up to me and say, they love the channel, they love the show, and want to take a picture with me. And that was the best thing ever. It's awesome. So thank you guys for that. Again, if you guys ever see me, feel free to take a picture and ask me about anything. It's always so cool. Like I feel it's awesome. I can't describe the feeling. So yeah. What do you think of the Nintendo Switch? I think the Nintendo Switch is a great idea for a console that I really, really, really would love to play games for. And therein lies the problem. They really have, I think, 3 launch titles as of now, at least, and I am just not that excited for it, unfortunately. I'm going to wait. So, yeah, that's what I will say. I'm going to wait personally. That's what I'm doing. I will wait personally. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, at least for me, I'm waiting. All right. Maybe till we get some more games, or maybe if it ends up dropping at $249 during the holidays, or a game comes with it during the holidays, that's when I'll probably buy, and you have more games to select from. All right. I'm hearing rumors say the S8 will have a headphone jack. What do you think? At this point, I believe yes. Will it or will it not? We'll have to wait and see. But as from what we've seen right now, it looks like yes. What are rumors about the LG G6? The rumors about the LG G6, well, we went over some of them right now, obviously. But other than that, it's going to be a waterproof phone. It's going to have a big screen, but yet being able to be used one hand. And that's about it. That's what we know. It's not going to be modular. That died with the G5. That came and went. And it's looking like it will not have a removable battery. So yeah, there goes the last one. Does the smart belt tracking Track whoopings. So for those of you who don't know, thank you, Rob. For those of you who don't know, the welt is one that we went over in CES. So we saw a lot of cool things at CES, and the CES awards are going to happen tomorrow. I did so much work categorizing them. There is 9 different awards, actually 10 if you count the overall winner of CES. So that will be coming out tomorrow. I did all the photo stuff that I need to do to get that ready. Today it took me about 2 hours to get all that stuff ready, and I will be recording it probably tonight and then uploading that tomorrow morning. I'll have it scheduled so it'll come out probably around 11 or so, 11 a.m. Does it record track whoopings? No, it does not track whippings because it does not work unless it's fastened. So unless it's fastened, it will not work. That's how they keep the battery life for over a month. What is the best tablet for under $400 and larger than an 8-inch screen? To be honest, I have not looked into that many tablets in that price range. Asus had some good ones in that price range beforehand. I do not know if they still do. Lenovo had some decent ones, and of course Samsung, I believe, had the Tab A 10.1, and they had a 10.1 with S Pen. I believe that is under 400. I think that's 350. So that might be one to take a look at. For a really good one. It had a 1080p display too, so much better than last year's model. Won't the heart rate monitor be a bit hard to use if the camera is in the way? It's interesting, right? So yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe they discovered that. For those of you wondering, when I take a selfie, I can use the heart rate monitor right here and go like this, and that will take my selfie. If the heart rate monitor is above here, then I'm going to be covering the camera. So if these renders are to be believed, which if they are, then that probably will go away. You're not going to probably use that as a heart rate sensor anymore. But maybe they're going to do something with just, you can always use your volume rocker to take a photo or video. I have done that before, so maybe they're just going to focus more on that. Had an issue the other day with my Gear S3. It was draining the battery from 100 to 26 in 3 hours. So I reset it. It's okay. Any idea what that was? My friend had a similar issue actually when we were in Vegas. My editor Wayne had a similar issue, and what happened with him was it was his Google app. Once he reset the Google app, it was fine. But go ahead and take a look and check out your battery and see what is draining it, and that will probably give you an idea of what app you need to reset. Nokia return, will it bring a bang or bang like the Note 7? Well, that's hilarious. Will it bring a bang the Note 7? Like the Note 7, or will it bang? Nokia, I am curious. I honestly don't think it's going to be that impressive. At least at this point, but they have to show off. They really have to show us why should we get this phone instead of others, I mean, you have really big players out there right now in Android. You have the Pixel, you have the S7 Edge, you have HTC that just launched their phone, which is arguably one of the better phones out right now, but then you're also going to have LG coming out with the phone next month. And then the S8 is going to come out 2 months after that. So all these things are coming. So, and if you're wondering what the release date of the S8, we did that on last week's show. I want there to be a headphone jack. How many gigs does it have? As of right now, we know the S8 has 32 gigs built in. There's been no word of change from that. Possibly the S8 Edge, the bigger version of it, will have more storage. Headphone jack does matter to you. Got it. Do you know if playing PS4 or Xbox games on a 4K TV will have problems for the TV, much like plasmas or rear protection? As far as I know behind the technology, and I'm not a complete expert on LEDs, but no, they have no issues when it comes to that. Screen burn-in is the only thing that could happen, but that would not happen from playing better quality content because it's not getting brighter. Yeah, no, not that much new information about the new Nokia phone. I will do some digging to see if we can get some for next week. But as of right now, not much information. I think we're gonna get that at MWC though at the end of February. Announcement rather. Why the headphone jack on the bottom of the phone? The headphone jacks have mostly been on the bottom, to be honest. Some have it on the top, but see, it depends on what you're doing because see, if you have the phone mounted, you would want it on the bottom, so it just comes out the bottom on a car, basically. So if you're driving, you'd want it there. But if you're having it like in a cup, in the car cup, then you would want it at the top. So it just depends on how you're setting it up. Okay, we'll just remove that. I again, one thing is to promote your channel. Another thing is to keep promoting it. U Ultra backside looks like a Galaxy phone, huh? Kind of. It's a glass style, right? Instead of Samsung headphones, they need to Bluetooth headphones for new S8. I do not use the headphone jack. I use Bluetooth headphones. I actually use Bluetooth headphones myself, so I don't mind it as much. I use the Momentum 2.0s and the Sony Huron wireless headphones. I see a story that says a woman drives her car into T-Mobile. Yes, that did happen. I actually know some people, some reps that visit that T-Mobile specifically, and yeah, her phone cracked apparently, and she wasn't happy about it. So yeah. Um, Dude, if you buy a S7 up, get here it too with for free. Dude, if you buy S7, get get here. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Raymond. Try to do to get put it up here for free. Is that what you're saying or something? I'm not sure. I want to have the headphone jack, but if Type C is a better quality audio output, what's the point? Exactly. So Type C is a better audio quality. That has been proven actually, whereas Lightning, as of now, has not had a better audio quality. With Intel's Type C connection adapter, apparently, when Intel announced at the press conference, it was proven to have a better audio quality than already than a headphone jack. So that is what we want. Um, is the Google Pixel worth it, or I want it really bad? I would say the Google Pixel is really good, except I've had terrible low light, and Google has still not fixed that with the software update. Not to mention, they just announced that if you're having audio issues, that's a hardware issue, so there is no fix for it. So for me, look, that's far in between. Not everyone's getting that same stuff, but it's definitely, I don't know. It's one of the better phones of last year. I just would not get it because I would wait to see what's coming out now from the big two, LG and of course Samsung as well. So yeah. Yes, please review it. What are your thoughts about the Nintendo Switch? I gave my thoughts on that already. HTCU back Samsung front LG. They can copy point blank. Well, looks like 2017 is the death of the headphone jack. I think it's going to be more and more true. Motorola started it, Apple followed, and yeah. Actually, no. Honor actually started it, if I'm not mistaken. Honor, I think, was the first one without a headphone jack. Do you think the Note Edge set the trend for second screen phones? I do think that's actually a really good point. There was phones with a second screen before, but not that were that big, right? It's like for the headphone jack thing. People didn't notice it happened till Apple did it because other phones had removed the headphone jack before. But when Apple did it, it's the bigger brand, so people notice it more. So same thing with Samsung. People had done a second screen design before, but no one paid attention till Samsung did it. Alex Road, can you can is better quality though. Ricky, what case do you recommend for the S7 Edge that will not peel up my Zag HE Dry screen protector? I actually recommend getting the Bodyguard screen protector or the Zag glass protector. There are glass protectors for that phone. Most people don't know that, but there are glass screen protectors for the S7 Edge, and those are the ones that I recommend personally. Can HEC get sued for copying the S7 and S6 design? No, I don't think they copied it that much. Um, what do you think about Nokia will kill some market share from Samsung more? I don't know if Nokia has it anymore, to be honest, man. Honestly, I'm more hyped about the Nokia 6 than the HTC. It's really interesting. So a lot of you guys are big fans of Nokia. I will do my best to find out more information about it come next week, because you guys want it. So yeah, I will do my best to get Nokia information for next week. What's the difference between Android 7.0 and 7.1? 7.0 and 7.1 is the difference is Google's Assistant. Currently, only phones that have 7.1 is the Google Pixel and Nexus devices. Moto is getting it this month, if I'm not mistaken, and I want to say that's it. I think Samsung is trolling us and trying to get us to watch their Samsung Display channel by putting the prototype phone on it. Yeah, it was funny. So I will fully take credit for it. I was the first one to post about that display channel. I was the first one. If you look at it, my video went up before anyone else's, and then I started seeing articles come up. So I thought that was really funny because usually, I get my information from scouring the internet. This was one thing I was like, did they really just do that? And I did it with the first video, not the second video, because they did have a second video come out with the display, and that's when people started being like, maybe he's on to something. And I saw it posted on CNET, I saw it posted on, Phone Arena, Sam Mobile, all these different pages. I'm like, yeah, I posted that first. I finally got one, Evan Leaks, 180. Ricky RCK by the Android guy, 1. Got you. Actually, no, 2, because if the iPhone X is named the iPhone X, I was the original person who said that as well. So yes. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Nougat. Yeah, Nougat is coming to the S7 and S7 Edge in Europe this week. So this upcoming week, it's coming in Europe. When it's coming to the US and other countries, that depends on your carrier. So yeah. I still say enjoy not having Nougat if you like split screen. Because if you like split screen, I still hate it. Hey, Ricky, will you be going to MWC in Barcelona? Unfortunately, no. I will not be going to MWC this year. As of right now, it's just not profitable, unfortunately. It would cost too much, and the return would not be where we would need it to be. Just to give you an idea, for us to go to MWC, we would need to get over 2 million views for it to offset the cost, because roughly everyone's different, but roughly 1 million views gets you about $1,000, right? So if I needed to play for a plane ticket to fly to Barcelona, and I can't just do it myself because someone needs to film me, right? So I need to pay for my editor to go then too. So you're talking about over $2,000 at least. It's really more than $2,000 probably, but we would need to get that many views in order to make it cost effective. Now, or get sponsored by someone. So, hey, look, if LG, if Samsung, if anyone wants to sponsor our channel to go to Barcelona, I'm all for it. I am all for it. I will talk like crazy about your product. But yeah, unfortunately, as of right now, it is just not feasible for us to go at this time. The return just isn't there. Yes, we would get more views, of course, but nowhere near that many. I mean, you're talking about 2 million views increase, not just what we would get, because we get about an average of 1 million views a month. We would need over 2 million increase to get that, and unfortunately, we're just not there yet. I would love to go though. Barcelona had some of the best food I've ever had. I went there for my honeymoon, and it was amazing. I loved it, but yeah. On the Gear Fit 2, can you turn off floors on S Health? I don't walk floors, but it keeps saying I do. Funny. Um, yeah, you can actually. I've done it on the Gear S3. Oh, I did it on the Gear S3. I don't know if you can do it on the Gear Fit 2. Actually, I haven't tried. I don't own a Gear Fit 2 myself. The one I have, as you can see, I gave away. So yeah, I don't own one, so I'm not sure actually. Will the LG G6 be modular like the G5 was? No. Tell me about Android Nougat on the 7.7 Edge. Ruined my split screen entirely. The best thing about it is the notification panel and getting the Grace UX that the Note 7 had. Personally, I just would have had the Grace UX that the Note 7 had and left Nougat the hell alone because I don't like Nougat. I hope the box for the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 becomes a rare because I still have mine. I think I threw all mine away actually. I was trying to think of that if I still have them. On the S7 Edge, can you make home screen rotate fully instead of ending and going backwards? Not by itself you can't. However, if you have a launcher, so what every single one of my phones always has is they have a launcher. So I can always go like this because it has Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher, I have done a video on it on my channel. It is the best thing that you could have on Android in my opinion. I just love the personalization of it. And not to mention, it saves your home screen. So every time I back up a phone, every time I transfer to a new phone, all my home screen, all my folders, everything is just how I left it. I have a Gear S2 3G. We can't receive the software update this week, which gives us the same features as the Gear S3. When available, should I purchase the Gear S3 LTE from Verizon? Why or why not? Yeah, as far as I know, the carriers don't delay the LTE variants. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, they don't do that. Yeah, there's no manual way to do it though. I was thinking, can you connect it to a computer? But no, you can't connect the Gear S3 to a computer, unfortunately, to do that. Yeah, you have to do it through the regular software update through the phone. Do you think the Note 4 will get Note 7 port? From rooting? Probably. Otherwise, no. Hey, Android guy, where'd you get that awesome anime art? Ah, you might be talking about the stuff in the back, so let me kind of zoom in on the back. So I got the Death Note from Amazon actually, and the two Dragon Ball Z stuff over here I got from Kamikaze. It was a great artist that was doing them there, so I bought those, snatched those up. And of course, I got this from I believe Esty, I want to say, or STY or ESTY, whatever it's called, Etsy. Do or do not. There is no try, Yoda. One of the wisest words you can ever hear. So yeah, that's where I got all that stuff from. Did you announce the winners of the giveaway? Yes, I did at the beginning of the episode. I did announce the winners of the giveaway. They were Megalina, Leonard, and Alex. And the Gear Fit 2 goes to Matthew. So those are the 4 winners for our contest from last month. And this month we're going to be giving away a Gear S2. Would you rather have a phone that's always has Wi-Fi or always at 100%? Always at 100%. I think never needing to charge a phone would just be awesome. I think that for any technology. Any technology, if you would never need to charge it, it's awesome. It's just the best thing ever. So yeah, that would probably be it. The never charging something would be awesome. What do you guys think? Which one would you rather have? Always Wi-Fi, so you always have internet, or always have battery? Thoughts on the new BB Mercury? It was pretty good in the hand. We did get to check it out in our hand. I'm really curious about it. I am in contact with the BlackBerry PR person now, so hopefully we will be getting that in. when it is announced. I hear it's being announced at MWC. I told her, unfortunately, we won't be able to make that, but hopefully we'll be able to get it after. Is Nintendo Switch trying to combine mobile phones and consoles? It looks like a hybrid of the two. It kind of does. Again, I think Nintendo Switch is a great concept. I love the idea behind it. It just needs more games. Shout me out, Edgar. What's up? Can I shower with the Gear S3? Yes, you can shower. I've gone in a hot tub with mine, so you're fine. You can go underwater, half an hour, up to 6 feet. You're fine. Do you believe there will be an S8 Edge? There is not been any leak or render from anybody. What makes you believe it? The leak that I showed you was the S8 Edge. It's not the S8. There will be an S8 besides that one. So yes, I do believe there will be an S8 Edge. 2 phones, as always. What is the IP rating of the S7 Edge of the S7 Edge going to be? The IP rating of the S7 Edge is IP68. If you're talking about the S8, I'm guessing it'll mean the same thing. Any news on the Tab S3? No, but that should be announced at MWC, or I will smack Samsung upside the head. If you buy a Samsung S7, you will get a Gear Fit 2 for free. Oh, yes, if you do buy an S7 Edge or if you buy an S7 or S7 Edge right now, you'd get a Gear Fit 2 for free. Looking to get a new TV. Any of you recommend, should I get a smart TV or a 4K TV? Definitely recommend getting a smart TV. It is just so nice. The TV that I have in my office is a smart TV. So I love it because, I can watch Netflix, Hulu, and my Google movies, everything right from there. I don't have to have something attached to it in order to enable it, like a Roku or anything like that. So I love it. Now, what are the recommendations? Samsung is obviously a solid bet. You get amazing quality. However, the best of the best right now is LG OLED TVs. They are the best TVs on the market. OLED is the best quality, but therein lies the problem. It costs the most. So to give you an idea, the beautiful, and take a look at our Instagram to see the photo of it. OLED TV that LG announced is going to be for 65-inch $8,000. Damn expensive. I can't afford that. Maybe you can. If you can, hey, that's the one to get. And that's available for pre-order right now. But OLED TVs are amazing. They are the best quality. It's why Samsung's AMOLED screens are the best. Organic LED is the best technology out there when it comes to screens. So Samsung has the best phones, but the problem is OLED is expensive. And to make one that big is very expensive, which is why Samsung has stayed out of that. But they're beginning to lose traction in their TV market because of it. So hopefully next year we'll get it. Instead of their QLED TVs, we'll get an OLED display. So yeah. But yeah, those are the best ones. 4K, yeah, why not? I would get it just to have it. HDR is the other thing. So there is smart TV, there's 4K TVs, and then there's HDR TVs. These are all different. Your TV can have all of them, of course. My TV right here has 2 of them. It's 4K and it's a smart TV. So is my one in my living room. I do not have a TV with HDR. HDR basically allows you to see darker areas and lighter areas better and with brighter and more vivid colors. However, there is such a low amount of HDR content right now that you're not getting it for now. You would be getting it for the future. Because in the future, there will be a lot of HDR content. Right now, there's not that much. So hopefully that helps. If we use Bluetooth instead of headphone jack, then we need a bigger battery. That could last more. At least one day, what 3 phones you suggest for a better battery, which use Bluetooth? Which 3 phones do I recommend for battery life? Off the top of my head, I would have to say the S7 Edge, the Pixel XL, and the iPhone 7 Plus. Those are probably the best battery lives that I really came across last year. So yeah, of course the Note 7 would be higher than all of them, but yeah. That one did have an amazing battery life, I will say that. I lasted every single day of Europe, taking a bunch of photos and videos with my Note 7. Tab 3 rumors. No Tab 3 rumors, unfortunately, right now. LG G5 or V20. The V20 I think would overall be a better investment because that will have the better software support if the price difference isn't too much. Although now I would wait because you're going to get the G6 in a month and it'll probably be better than the V20, especially when it comes to camera. I was unfortunately a little underwhelmed with LG's camera last year, so I'm hoping this year they really step up their game. Cosierra Echo had 2 screens in 2011, but it didn't catch on. Yes, I remember that one. That one was actually believe it or not, so this is way further back. There was a tablet from Sony. I want to say it was called the Sony Tablet S or Tab S or something like that. And it was a dual screen tablet. That was actually the first one, I believe, to have 2 screens like that. And then Cosierra tried to put it on a phone, and unfortunately neither one sold that well. Or maybe it was the Tablet P. It was something like that, but Sony had a dual screen tablet, and I believe that was first. Actually, I'm going to look that up right now. So you said 2011 was that Cosierra, right? Sony dual display tablet. So it was the Tablet P. It was actually released in 2011 as well. So, this one was released in November. Let's see when the Echo one. So let's see, Alex, you might be right. Let's see which one was. Whoops. Oh, I see what just happened. So that one was released in November of 2011. And the Cosierra was released in April. So actually, Cosierra did it first, and then Sony did it soon after. I have the Moto G4, although I do believe Sony announced it at MWC, so who knows? They were probably around the same time. I have the Moto G4 Play. When will it get? Nougat Moto said December, and it hasn't gotten an update yet. The G4 Play, we got that. Are we on G4 or on G5? Are we on G5 right now? Sorry guys, I have not had a day off. This was literally my first day off, and I still spent it working on videos because I wanted to get content up for you guys. So I have not had a day off since about 2 weeks ago. So tomorrow I am taking the day for me. Don't worry, I gave you full credit on my video for the S8 leak. Thank you, I appreciate that, man. What are your views on the Moto ad latest Hello Moto making fun of iPhone? I have not seen that one actually. The new Hello Moto one. I am putting that in my search. And I will look that up right after. So I will look that up right after to see it, but I have not seen it yet, actually. I subbed, really like this channel. Thank you, Simon. I appreciate that. Do you know who Phone Buff is? He is a sponsor in every single vid. It's annoying as crap. Phone Buff. Yes, I do know who Phone Buff is. I have not met him personally, but yes, I do know who he is. And yeah, he actually did a really good video on that. Actually, how he was in with Samsung for a little bit, and then he got out of favor because the video he did kind of was bad on him. So like they didn't invite him anymore to stuff and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of interesting. Is the Gear 2 Neo worth getting? I would personally not get it, but that's me. I don't like to get technology that's too old because I feel like you're not going to be supported for much longer. I mean, especially if you want apps. If you just want notification, then it's fine. But if you want apps, then it's not. My local Best Buy has 6 Gear S3 Classics in Saturday afternoon. They were sold out by Sunday. Pretty impressive considering they're 350 each. Snowstorm we had. And the snowstorm we had. Wow. Yeah, Best Tech. It really is. The Gear S3 is a very popular watch. Like we can tell because of our views. Our views on this channel are way more for the Gear S3 than the Gear S2 happened. So there definitely is more excitement about the Gear S3 for that reason. What can you control with Logic Harmony and Google Home? With Logic Harmony Hub and Google Home, you can control your TV, you can control your PS4, you can control your sound bar, which I have, you can control your cable box, you can control Android TV. Um, yeah, that's what you can control with it. Of course, if you have Philips Hue lights as well, you can also control the lights in that room with your TV, which is what I have. You gotta have the Netflix and chill command. If you want to know how to set all that up, just check out our video on that. We went over two videos. One showing what you could do with your voice, and two showing how I did it. It's an app called IFTTT. If this then that. Probably get the S2 unless you can get it for very cheap. Get the Gear 2 Neo. Yeah, I mean, you better be paying dirt cheap for that Gear 2 Neo. Can you make a video on the EV Launcher Flow Home Beta? I didn't like the Flow Home Beta that much. In my opinion, I didn't like it that much. I'm not sure on the EV Launcher. Let me see how that looks. I'll just do a quick look for it right now. But yeah, I didn't like the flow one that much. Okay, so the home screen's nice. All apps is, alphabetic order, nice. Search, which goes through your apps. And it'll find movies even. Okay, got it. It looks okay. I've never found a launcher that gets me away from Nova, just because most launchers are more like confined, like they want you to use the phone this way. The reason why I like Nova Launcher is because it lets me customize it how I want it and how I want to do it. Most other launchers show you, hey, this is an easier way to use your phone, which is great if you want to use it that way, but if you don't, kind of just, I don't know, it's not for me, usually. That's what I see when I think of this. It's gotten great reviews even from the guys at Android Headlines, which I have met before. But yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't like many launchers, to be honest, just because I want to use the phone the way I want to use. So yeah. There was only one. I said your name. Did I win the Gear VR? You did win a Gear VR. There is only one Leonard, as far as I know, on the Patreon page. So if that's your name, man, you won. Yes, I would have put the initials if there was another name. Correct. Thank you, Tech Tips. Was there any momentous? Was there anything momentous at CES? No, honestly, this CES was probably the most boring out of the past CESs that I have gone to. Just not the best in terms of it. I feel like the heavy hitters, LG, Samsung, Sony, nothing too special from a lot of them. Like LG did the best of the three, but I felt like there was better things from smaller companies this year than the big guys. Do mobile chargers need to get updated with mobile phone technology? What's the future of wireless or wired one? Well, definitely one thing. This is actually, so I will say this. You guys have actually made this sold out because I wanted to get some more. And I did a video on the best micro USB cable. And apparently those are sold out now because that video got a couple thousand views and everyone bought them. The guy told me, like, dude, we can't even make these anymore. So that's pretty cool. I wasn't sponsored by them or anything like that. He just saw the video and he's, So this is the best micro USB cable. It is completely reversible, so you can plug it in either way, kind of like a Type-C or Lightning cable. So yeah, this is the best one. I think this is the future. You have fully reversible cables. But I also do like cables that have both ends. So like there are some that have like a little hook right here and then have on top of it a Type-C cable. And that's going to be, for next year, the best thing to get, because you're going to have devices that have micro USB and devices that have Type-C USB. So that is really what we're going to see cables going towards this year, really. How about wireless charging? I think we're going to see more and more wireless chargers come along. And yeah. What's the best $30 headphones? honestly, I am not sure. I don't buy many headphones in that price range, to be honest, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would honestly say probably look at the best rated ones on Amazon for that price range. Like set that price range and check out that. I got an S7 Edge. What is the one thing I could do? Shoot 1080p videos at 60 FPS. Check out our 10 hidden features video on the S7 Edge or 10 best features of the S7 Edge video. Either one of those videos will help you out a great deal. I have people literally tell me every single day how much that has helped them out with their phone. Um, Hey RICKY, how have you been? I've been great, quiet storm. Just a little tired. Haven't again had a day off since I got back from Vegas at CES. So just want some good rest. You love Death Note, cool. I love Berserk. Yeah, I know that one. Maybe do some anime for your movie channel. I've thought about doing that. I have come up with a 10 best superhero animated shows. It's in the pipeline. I've done a lot of top 10 lists. I just need to do those videos, and I have some really cool Star Trek videos coming up. For those of you who don't know, I do have a second channel called The Mainstream Movie Guy, but as I've said, I haven't had a day off, so I have not been able to do anything, but I have dedicated sometime tomorrow. I know I said I would rest tomorrow, but upon the unpacking, upon the getting all my chores done in the house. I have a wife. We each do our chores. Besides doing that tomorrow, I will indeed make some videos for that tomorrow, and I want to make 3 in a row so I can schedule them out to go up throughout the week. So definitely some more videos coming out for that, and I'm gonna see Hidden Figures tomorrow. So I can't wait to see that movie. Hi, Ricky Greens from the UK. I have a Note 5 and a Gear S2 Classic. I have avoided the Note 7 because obvious reasons. Do you think the Note 8 will be called that because they already have a Note 8 tablet? Good point. They do have a Note 8 tablet. But yes, actually Samsung did confirm it yet again at CES that it will be called the Note 8. There will be a Note 8 device. Will there be another Samsung Note? Yes, there will be another Samsung Note. Why is the Note 4 didn't get the Note 7 port officially? Well, because there was the Note 5, so the Note 5 would get the update before that, but the Note 5 hasn't got that update either yet. What screen sizes are the upcoming S8? So they'll be the same size phone, but we don't know the screen size because it'll be a bigger screen size without actually having a bigger phone. So the phone size will still be this. But instead of a 5.5 inch display, because this is gone, we might get a 5.9, 5.8 display with this same real estate. So yeah. And this one will probably be, instead of a 5.1, it will get 5.1 or 5.2? 5.1, I believe. Again, just haven't had sleep. 5.1, I will say that this will probably be a 5.5 or 5.4. What will be one thing, feature, or technology you would like to add to mobile phone and smartwatches if you can? Zoom. I want real zoom for a camera. That is the one thing that I am missing. As a photographer, as a person who shot photos before, I want zoom in my camera. And no phone has had that yet. So that's what I really want, zoom for my camera. They need to pay you off for the micro USB product plug. I know, right? No, I never got anything from them. I just look, if I see a good product, I will show you guys it. I don't believe like, oh, I'm not gonna review that product. They didn't give me money. Fuck that. Like, I will review something if I think it's good, and if I think it's good, then I want you guys to know about it. You do a great job. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for that, Mark. LG has $30 headphones. Oh, there's a good pair of $30 headphones. There you go. How long do you think USB-C will be the standard until the new standard comes into play? I think USB-C will be the standard for over 5 years at least, to be honest. There might be like faster versions like USB-C 2.0 or 4.0, it would technically be. But yeah, that's it will be the standard for a while. I have an Under Armour case for my S7 Edge. What are other good cases? Look, if you look at our channel, we did a lot of case reviews when the S7 Edge came out. We got it from Spec. They have my candy shell grip, which is one of my favorites. The current one that I'm using right now is the Case Former. That's the one I currently use right now. On my S7, I have the Incipio one with the skin on there. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great cases out there. It just depends on your preference. Do I email you the info? I will let you know on the Patreon page. I contact all of you guys through that way and ask you for your mailing address. I wait for all of you to send me your mailing address, so hopefully everyone will send it to me by Wednesday, and then I'll ship them all off to you guys so you guys get them. Get some rest, RICKY, and do those chores so you don't have to do them later. I know, right? Um, all right. I think the phone should have a full frame sensor over zoom lens, but they'd have to increase the size of the phone. That is true. That would be my dream though for low light. Absolutely, look, full frame sensor. I mean, even a micro 3/4 sensor. Like the camera that I have right now is a mirrorless one, so it's a micro 3/4 camera. So yeah. Is the VR for the giveaway the black version? No, it's the one before it. I will get one right now so you can see. This is the VR that I'm giving away. So I'm giving away 3 of these. So this is the one that you guys got. It is the one right before the black version came out. This was one that came out with the S7, but it's not the one that came out with the Note 7. That was the black version that came out with the Note 7. When do you think all cell phones will have front-facing speakers? You know the funny thing about that? Most people will never know this, but Samsung was one of the first devices to have front-facing speakers on a smart device, but it was an MP3 player. Why they've never had that on their phones pisses me off to no end. But they did have it on a tablet. The original Note tablet did have front-facing speakers. But yeah, man. I hope all phones will have front-facing speakers. When I don't know if it'll ever become a standard. Unfortunately, I think you're gonna see more of what we saw from the Pixel and the iPhone, where you have a bottom-facing speaker and then they just use the earpiece to have the second speaker. But that's what I think you're gonna see more of, unfortunately. What is the number one app I need on my new S7 Edge? Number one app. SwiftKey. If I had to get one app on every phone, it would be SwiftKey. SwiftKey is by far the best keyboard on the market, in my opinion. It's the first thing I have to have on every phone. I review a lot of phones, and I don't put Nova on all of them, which is one of my must-have apps. But man, SwiftKey, I just cannot be without. SwiftKey is the number one app for me that I have to put on every single phone. For the first time in a while, I'm really looking forward to the new HTC phone. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll get to review it. I will reach out to them. I did not get to see them at CES. So hopefully I will get to reach out to them later. The original Tab 10.1 had front-facing speakers too. Actually, maybe that one is the one I'm thinking of, or did the Note have one too? But yeah. I love the Axon 7. I hope to get the new Axon when it comes out. We do have ZT's contact information, so we're hoping to get those phones from them when they come out now. All right, guys. I think we will call that a show. Thank you guys as always for watching. I really always love you guys tuning in every week to watch this show. Make sure to give a like, thumbs up. If you haven't heard, likes help out our YouTube channels so much more now. So if you watch your favorite YouTuber, give them a like, thumbs up. It really helps out their channel now. So yeah, give that like, thumbs up. And as always, if you can, take a few minutes just to share this video on your Facebook, on your YouTube, on your Instagram, on your whatever, Twitter, whatever. Just if you can share it, it helps us out, and hopefully we can get to that point where we're getting over 2 million views a month, so I can pay for us to go to MWC and events like that. and really do that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, I will contact all the winners for the giveaway after this. And thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.